Time now for our weekly look at the Zimbabwean market and the mining index, which is the smaller of the two indices today in the black. That's 2.5%, 65.75 it closed. The Zimbabwe Industrial Index, which is the main index made up of all the companies listed on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, that's up 0.2%, 188.32. Let's now see and hear what has been moving the market in Zimbabwe. And we join now Arnold Dhlamini, stockbroker at BancABC. Arnold, good afternoon to you. When I've been discussing with people about investing in Zimbabwe, I've been saying, maybe is it not time just to park your money until at least after July 29, after the elections, and then you can come in and commit your money for the long term. But clearly, some people believe there is opportunity now, and they are coming back into this market despite the fact that you have that election still hanging on the horizon.
Good afternoon, Godi. Yeah, I think it's a bit of timing. I'll say, for one, I think you better put maybe 1 foot in and probably wait until the 29th. But you might miss the timing, I think, when it comes after elections, because there'll be an avalanche of investors coming in. So I'll probably go for those that are coming in, but obviously cherry pick where you go.
Yeah.
And probably position yourself in the areas that are critically connected to the economy and the 10.
Yeah. Do you just go for the blue chips, for instance? Because I see today you have gains. Delta is up 1.6%. Okay. Zimbabwe is up 0.1%, and we've got National Foods up 2.33%.
I think generically, yes, you go in for the blue chips as your safe haven, but you need to also maybe widen your radar and look at other maybe value counters that are connected to the blue chips in terms of their value chain. So you're looking at Delta. I'll pretty much look at maybe sugar as well as being an ingredient that comes into the beer. If they're talking of localizing their products, then you should see value in that sort of area as well. So it's a question of also how you put in the mix.
Yeah. Let's talk about TM Supermarkets, of course, a unit of Mikkels, which is listed on the stock exchange. Now, it's interesting for me because we've had a lot of negative news around this stock, following, of course, news about Pick n Pay not being allowed to increase their shareholding. Now, we're seeing still Pick n Pay and its partners are coming in and they're pouring $25 million to try and revitalize this company's stock. Capital is not a coward after all here.
Yeah, I think for the retail sector, I think there's still huge scope there. I think, and also for Pick n Pay, just like I said, I think they've got a foot in, and I think they're seeing the value, despite the small bit that they're biting into. I think for TM, it's pretty much an issue of waking up too late. I think they missed out on the activity as okay eclipsed that space. And then they're now trying to claw back some of that share that they lost.
Yeah. What about Dairy Board? Now, this is a company as old as time itself. Well, in the Zimbabwean context and in the context of the Zimbabwean market, 1952 it goes back to. And you are writing that they are continuing to attract foreign interest. What are people coming in for here?
I think it's the position in which and the dominance that the company has. I think the beauty about Dairy Board is that you talk of the community and the consumers. I think it identifies with any consumer. And if you go into your retail space, which is quite active, they're starting to pick up much of the shelf space that you see in the shops, and that's making it more attractive. And it looks like it's driving the retailers, and they're liking it. They're putting it in the very critical positions within the shops. So I think for Dairy Board and the consumers, we should see it starting to climb in terms of the food.
Yeah. Who's putting money into Zimbabwe, Arnold, if I may ask you? If you can maybe give me a sense of the split between local as well as international investors.
I think given the money, I think most of the money that's coming in is more foreign. I'll put it that way, because if you look at the local market, it's pretty much held by your blue chips. They're pretty much the critical mass in terms of the economic activity, your Econet, your Delta.
Yeah.
And in terms of the money coming into the market is illiquid in terms of the cash. exchanging hands from the local people, being the foreign currency that we're using. I think a lot of the money that we're seeing coming in for investment is mainly driven by foreign direct investment.
Yeah. Interestingly, in other African markets that we cover, what we've seen is that the foreign investors sometimes take a stance totally different to what the locals are saying. For instance, in Kenya, if you look at it, you see many cases where foreigners are the majority of the buyers and the locals are simply selling. Are we seeing a similar trend in Zimbabwe where foreigners are coming in to buy, but the locals are very happy to offload those stocks to the foreigners?
I think for the locals in Zimbabwe, I think it's pretty much them doing it for the case of resuscitating liquidity. But if you look at most Zimbabweans, they know the value that they're holding.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe is still an unpolished gem. I think we still got a long way to go, and even the locals would want to participate in that extraction of the value.
Absolutely. Arnold Dhlamini, stockbroker at BancABC, thank you for talking about the gem that you say is Zimbabwe. Well, time will tell whether that market will run before or after that election at the end of July.